Danger Dolan. From software to oil, we count the 50 richest people in the world according to Forbes.com.
Number 50.
Michael Otto and his family are worth $18.1 billion. Yep, that's right. The lowest person on this list is still rich as all hell.
Number 49.
Theo Albrecht Jr. and his family earn around $19 billion, all thanks to his father's ownership of the stores Aldi and Trader Joe's.
Number 48.
Azim Prezi can thank technology for his $19.1 billion net worth, because without it, he wouldn't be able to sell his software.
Number 47.
Next comes Michael Dell with his $19.2 billion, and I don't think I need to tell you exactly why he belongs on this list.
Number 46.
Dieter Schwarz's $19.4 billion fortune is all thanks to inheriting a popular German retail chain.
Number 45.
Laureen Powell Jobs, widow of Steve Jobs, inherited much of the Jobs estate, making her $19.5 billion rich with her stocks in Disney and Apple.
Number 44.
Dilip Shangvi is a self-made multi-billionaire with a net worth of $20 billion. He made his money in the pharmaceutical industry.
Number 43.
$20.1 billion is a lot of money, and that's what Charles Ergen is worth thanks to his ruthless business practice and his dish and cable networking company.
Number 42.
Tadashi Yanai and his family are worth $20.2 billion US thanks to his retail brand Uniqlo.
Number 41.
Len Blavatnik is tied with Yanai with a fortune worth $20.2 billion, and he makes his money by investing in many different fields through his company Access Industries.
Number 40.
Selling eyeglasses is a lucrative business, as Leonardo Del Vecchio has proven with his $20.4 billion net worth.
Number 39.
Here's the first and inevitable petroleum gasoline seller. Mr. Mukesh Ambani is the richest person in India with his $21 billion worth of stock and capital.
Number 38.
Next we have Lee Hejun, a man that made his $21.1 billion fortune in renewable energy. Or more specifically, his company manufactures and sells thin film solar technology.
Number 37.
Next we have Beat Heister and Karl Albrecht Jr., uncle of Theo Albrecht, and together they own $21.3 billion thanks to Aldi, the German supermarket retail store that is spread across the globe.
Number 36.
Phil Knight is the largest shareholder of the shoe company Nike, and he is worth $21.5 billion.
Number 35.
Tied with Knight is the infamous ex-CEO of Microsoft, now owner of the LA Clippers, Steve Ballmer, with a sweaty net worth of $21.5 billion.
Number 34.
Prince Al-Walid bin Talal Al-Saud doesn't have just a long name. He also knows economics, as he made most of his $22.6 billion from investing in the right people at the right time.
Number 33.
Ex-English teacher Jack Ma climbed to the fortune of $22.7 billion thanks to his e-commerce powerhouse, the Alibaba Group.
Number 32.
Everyone likes chocolate, and almost everyone likes Nutella, and Maria Franza Fisolo and her family made their $23.4 billion exploiting this fact.
Number 31.
Carl Icahn made much of his $22.3 billion by investing in companies such as Apple and various energy companies.
Number 30.
Wang Jianlin took the bitterness that comes from being named after a male appendage and turned it into a whopping $24.2 billion in the real estate business.
Number 29.
And here we have yet another tie, with George Soros having the same amount as Wang when he made his money through hedge funding.
Number 28.
Don't let Stefan Persson's last name and $24.5 billion confuse you, as he's actually an alien in disguise. I mean, whose last name is Persson? It's like a Russian spy using the last name America Man in order to fool everyone.
Number 27.
Lee Shao-Ki's parents obviously had a sense of humor. Why else would they name their son something that rhymes? Oh, and I guess he's worth $24.8 billion thanks to real estate or whatever.
Number 26.
George Paulo Lemann made his fortune worth $25 billion dues thanks to his stake in the world's largest beer brewing company, Anheuser-Busch InBev.
Number 25.
Wouldn't it be nice if he inherited $26.6 billion? Well, David Thompson and his family did. In fact, his media and publishing business has existed over 3 generations.
Number 24.
And next we have 3 Martians tied for the same amount of dosh. First is John Mars, who made his revenue from owning Mars. Apparently the Martians are very industrious, because they somehow managed to turn red dirt into delicious chocolate.
Number 23.
Next we have Jacqueline Mars, who in some weird coincidence earns the same amount as John Mars. Who'd have thought all 3 Martians could each be worth 26.6 billion Earth dollars?
Number 22.
Last and certainly least, we count the fossil, otherwise known as Forrest Mars Jr. That's what I don't get about being called Junior. It seems to me like a severe case of uncreativity or narcissism.
Number 21.
George Schaeffler, or however you pronounce it, is worth $26.8 billion worth of ball bearings. Because, yep, that's how George is worth so much. Balls. And also machine parts.
Number 20.
Sergey Brin is worth $28.7 billion because he co-founded some website no one has heard of. Goggles. No wait, Gaggle. Oh, I get it. Gargle.com. But I think it's just a front for his underground black market mouthwash retailer.
Number 19.
Larry Page is the CEO of Gargle.com and he's worth $29.7 billion. I mean, really, as far as the average person is concerned, this might as well be a Googleplex of currency, unless they're feeling really lucky.
Number 18.
And now we break past the 30 barrier with Sheldon Adelson, with his $31.4 billion, made almost entirely from gambling. And by gambling, I mean he takes money from the public via running some casinos.
Number 17.
Li Ka-shing, or as I like to call him, Li Ka-ching, is chairman of Hutchison Whampoa, which does a bunch of stuff like energy and property in order to earn the chairman his $33.3 billion.
Number 16.
This man and his company makes his $36.4 billion by tricking people into giving him all of their information. That's right, it's Mark Zuckerberg and he owns Facebook.
Number 15.
Jeff Bezos founded Amazon.com and he has a whole bunch of money, like 34.8 billion money, and that's more than my money, and I'm willing to bet that's more than your money.
Number 14.
Michael Bloomberg owns the company named after his last name and he owns 36.4 billion, but all he really wants is a good hug, and money just can't buy you those.
Number 13.
Bernard Arnault and his family have 37.2 billion, and it's all thanks to luxurious items like fancy wine and some other things that don't make you drunk.
Number 12.
Walmart is so big that it has 4 different multi-billionaires attached to it, and S. Robson Walton is the person with the least out of the 4, with a measly 39.1 billion.
Number 11.
Alice Walton is a slightly better but still only a third of the Walmart family. However, she can look at Robbie and sneer with total justification for her extra 0.3 billion.
Number 10.
Now we interrupt with Lillian Bettencourt, with the L'Oreal juggernaut making her more money than a mint prince notes in a day, with her 39.4 billion.
Number 9.
Jim Walton is second in the Walmart bunch with his 40.6 billion. And I have to wonder, what would I do with that much money? Oh, that's easy. I'd go to space and moon the Earth, because that would be great.
Number 8.
Next we have Christy Walton, the richest woman alive with her 41.7 billion smackaroos. But more importantly, she's the richest Walton and beat her relatives at the Who's More Successful competition.
Number 7.
David Koch made his money from something that isn't a cola flavored drink. Most of it, but not all, is made from oil pipelines and refineries. But his source of wealth is very diversified.
Number 6.
Next we have Charles Koch, brother of David, and owner of 42.9 billion, which also happens to be the same amount David has.
Number 5.
Larry Ellison jumps $11.4 billion ahead of his Charles and David with the business, software, and computer hardware company Oracle, which makes almost all of its money off of other rich people.
Number 4.
Next we have Amancio Ortega with $64.4 billion, making him 10.2 billion times richer than Larry, and he makes his money from Zara, the fashion retailer.
Number 3.
The last but not insignificant leap forward in Dosh brings us up to Warren Buffett with his fat wad of 72.7 billion, coming in from his multinational conglomerate Berkshire Hathaway.
Number 2.
Carlos Slim Helou once held first place, but he lost it because he's clearly bad at business with his meager 77.1 billion. Hey Carlos, maybe telecom just isn't that profitable.
Number 1.
Numero uno, with a colossal 79.2 billion US dollars, is Bill Gates, despite the fact that he gives a significant portion of his income to the charity he and his wife founded. Call him a ruthless businessman if you want, but he knows how to be on top whilst also helping people out, and I can't make fun of him for that. That's it for this countdown. And have a good one!